So how do you get your ex back when you messed up? Something you did specifically led to the relationship breaking down. Now that can be anything from cheating to emotional abuse to physical abuse to not listening to being not understanding, being stifling, controlling, insecure. It could be 100 things, whatever it might be. You've hurt your ex to the point where they've seen no other choice but to end the romance with you. And you might be sitting there right now thinking, damn, I can fix this. I understand now, but then your ex is thinking maybe it's a day late and $1 short. So today I'm going to get into 5 ways of owning this and a path back to possibly reconciling with your ex. But before I do that, welcome back to the Love Fix. It's Nick, as always, doing my best to get you through your breakup as easily and as healthily as possible. If you need my help with your personal breakup situation, with your heartbreak, and you want to work with me one-to-one, hit the coaching link below and book your session with me, or you can email me at thelovefix20@gmail.com. If that's not enough for you, also hit the Facebook link in the description and come and join the Facebook community and get your help there. With all that said, let's get into it. Now, I don't do much ex-back content anymore because there's always that possibility that they won't come back, and I choose to focus more on self-work, self-development, and this is a self-work, self-development video. But as with every ex-back piece of content I've ever done, the disclaimer here is that some exes do not come back, and you should not put all of your eggs in one basket. But if you have put your ex in a position of where you've hurt them physically, emotionally, and whatever other way, the first thing you absolutely need to do is to own it, to apologize, and show them with actions that you are changing. And I don't want you to be begging or pleading, but you can reach out to your ex with a message saying, like, something like, hey, I know I messed up and I'm truly sorry that I hurt you, and insert reason here for what you did. And explain to them that this is the catalyst for you to change, and if you're interested, if you want to reconcile after I've made the changes and I've done the therapy and I continue to work on myself, then give me a call. But I appreciate and understand if you don't ever want to entertain that possibility. But the first thing you must do, you must own it. Unequivocally, you must own the shit that you got wrong. Now, you don't have to go into a 15-page essay. Half a paragraph will do. Getting it very to the point, apologizing, and admitting that you've got trauma, admitting that what you've done is based on a trauma response, but also saying that was not okay. Me having trauma is no longer an excuse, and I'm going to change it. I will fix that. And that will put you in the best possible position you can be with your ex, because they will appreciate that you've owned it. You've taken responsibility, because we've all got trauma, guys, but it's not an excuse to act out on someone else. It's no longer an excuse. It's not working. You get to choose how you respond, which leads me into point number 2, choosing how you respond. You have to respond in a way that will give them space. After that initial apology, after that initial message, whether they get back to you or not, give them space. No contact. And it's not no contact to get them back. It's to get you back, to give you time to work on you, and to give them time to work on themselves, and to give them time to process and figure out, is this worth the investment? And to figure out, are you being genuine? And the only way you can do that is by giving space. Be there. Be there for yourself and be there for them by giving space. And guys, look, this is going to be longer than a few weeks. It might be months. You're on a journey now of leveling up. Therapy takes a long time. Rehabilitation takes a long time. Losing weight takes a long time. Changing your mindset takes a long time. So you have to give yourself that space as well as your ex. And leading into point number 3, working on yourself, coaching, therapy. You must commit to that change, and not to get your ex back. You must do that for you. You have to be the man or woman for the person you want to attract. If you want a good, healthy, stable, exciting person, that's what you have to be. If you want a healthy, loyal, long-lasting relationship, these are the kind of things that you have to invest in within yourself. Invest in the relationship with yourself. So you can give acts of service to your partner, and then they can return acts of service to you. That's how a relationship works. But you must do it for the right reasons. And that leads me into point number 4. Do it for the right reasons. Do not do this to get your ex back. Even though this is to try and get your ex back, the fundamental reason should be to get you back is for you to heal your trauma so you can be that person for your ex or potential reconciliation. Do it for the right reasons. Do it for the right reasons. Do it for the right reasons. If you're doing this just because you're lonely and your anxiety is peaking, then that is the wrong reason. You have to be okay being by yourself. You have to be okay with maybe this doesn't work out. And that leads me into point number 5. You must accept they may never come back. And you must keep going regardless, because the most attractive thing in the world is to evolve, level up, get on your purpose. Have things to do. Have things to aim for. Have purpose. Because if your ex sees this in you, they see that you're going to the gym, you're starting new hobbies, you've started a new business, you're going after that job that you've always wanted. You're getting out there and you're really making a positive change in your life. That is attractive. On the flip side, they may say, or they may think, well, why now? Why are you only doing this when you've got something to lose? Why didn't you do this a year ago, 5 years ago? Why has it taken me to leave you for you to change? And that's a good point. And maybe because of that, they don't come back. Maybe they are emotionally spent and they don't want to invest any more in you, even though you are making the changes. So that is the possibility that they just may never come back. Their emotional bank account may be so overdrawn, there's no way of paying that debt back. And that's the balance with emotions. You can, let's say you pay in 10 points of emotion, but you're taking 15 points out. Then you're always going to be overdrawn. But if you pay in 10 and only take 2 out, that's a nice balance. So that means the relationship's largely good and there's maybe some disagreement here or there, or just some silly things that you're not quite getting right. So when you hurt your ex, and I dare say most dumpees have hurt their ex in some way, because that's why they've left. They've left because they don't see a future with you romantically. They've left because you are not listening to understand. You are listening to respond. You are not fulfilling their needs. You are not on a similar journey. So you must really consider this. When it comes to breakups, there are victims and there are students. There is no winners or losers. It's victim or student. And you have to choose which one you want to be. And guys, I've been in that position before where I chose to be the victim, and it's not fun because I didn't level up and I didn't get anywhere. But when I adopted the student mindset, I learned to relax. I learned to grow. I learned to not take it personally. That If someone's breaking up with me, it's not because they hate me. It's not because they want to hurt me. They just don't see a future with me romantically. And choosing your partner is quite possibly the most important choice you'll ever make in your life. So you have to choose wisely. And it's okay for anyone at any time to say, this no longer works for me. I've been trying to communicate. I've been trying to work on it with this person, but they are not receptive to the feedback. They are not receptive to my communications. They are not receptive to the way I want to level up. So we are no longer compatible. That's okay. And you have to be okay with that being okay. And you have to leave your ego at the door. If I have learned anything through my breakups, especially the one that started my channel and me coaching people, is that leaving my ego at the door so I could heal. And understand that when my ex broke up with me, she didn't do it because she's a nasty person. She didn't do it because she was perfect. She didn't do it because to have fun with me or just to spite me. She did it because we no longer aligned. We no longer had the same ideas about relationships. And that's okay. I own that part of it. My part that I got wrong, I own it. Whether my ex is owning her part, I don't know. It's none of my business. And, I just wish her well. But I don't blame her for dumping me. I got shit wrong as well. Just like you've got shit wrong. And I dare say maybe your ex, your dumper, probably got shit wrong as well. But we can't do anything about your dumper. Your ex is my ex. We can only control our small corner of the universe. So own it. Give that space. Work on yourself. Do the therapy. Do it for the right reasons and accept that you can do no wrong and still lose. And that's just the way life is. And I hope this has been helpful today and give you a different perspective of drop the victim mindset, adopt a student mindset, and do the work you need to do to be okay. If a reconciliation happens, great. That's amazing. But if it doesn't happen, that's also great. That's also amazing because it will set you on a new path, a new you, a new discovery, a new world. And that, my friends, is beautiful. I will see you on the other side.